Andrea again with another episode of Beats by Britain covering external MIDI. We've already recorded our 2 external MIDI tracks. This is the Korg keyboard. This is the Akai XR20 drum machine. Thing going on here. Okay, so how do we edit the individual kit pieces on the drum machine? Short, well, I don't know if it's really going to be too short, but you can edit the MIDI, but it's not that easy to edit the audio. So we'll go through the MIDI first. This region here is the entire drum kit. So what do I do if I want to look at each kit piece individually? I'm going to separate by MIDI note. So we highlight that, and there's probably a key command for this somewhere. I just haven't bothered to look it up. So we're going to go to separate MIDI events, separate by note pitch. And that separates the one MIDI track. These are not really separate MIDI tracks. I know they look like it, but they're not. It takes that one MIDI region that we've recorded and separates it into the different MIDI, the different note pitches. So like this would be the drum, this would probably be the kick, this would probably be the snare, this is probably hi-hat, this is side stick, that's one of the toms and that's another tom. So you can edit the MIDI here. First of all, let's disable the recording. All right. And solo it. So hit E to edit the MIDI. It brings up the piano roll, and these are the notes on the kick track. C2 actually is a kick, so it brings up the notes on the kick track, and you can quantize if you need to, bring the velocity up if you need to. But remember, this is just MIDI, it's not audio. So that's how you edit each individual track, the MIDI on each individual track. So we could go down but the confusing thing is, this is just MIDI. It's not audio. If you're going to separate let me show you in the mixer, okay? We got the mixer open, and there's still only one drum audio track. There's no way to send each one of these to its own audio track because my drum machine only has 2 audio outputs, left and right. If the drum machine had 8 audio outputs, I could do that. I could send each audio output jack. I could send each one of these to its own audio output and edit the audio correctly. But I don't. I only have 2, left and right. So you're never going to get more than one audio track. So when I play this, okay, I can solo the kick here, but I'm still going to hear all of it. So that may be one drawback to using external MIDI, but really, I don't really find that to be as much of a drawback because I can still edit the MIDI for each individual kit piece, the kick, the toms, the snare, the side stick, and all that. Even though the audio's only it's all being summed up and going out to one audio channel. because on the audio channel I can still put my audio effects on here. So like this is a compressor to compress the drums. Sounds a lot better than the original, okay? And you can add, or it's an EQ. You can add compressor. And choose a preset, or use your own, doesn't make any difference. So you could use classic drums. Whatever I wanted to do. So I can do I can do audio editing. It's just on the entire kit. So let's pick another one here. Yeah, that's not really going to make any difference because I'm editing the entire kit, not just the kick. So let's go drum mix. Try that. Not really a whole lot of difference. That's not too bad. Clipping a little bit. And let's play the whole thing. So I don't have any audio effects on the Korg N1. That's why the drums are coming out. The drums have compression and EQ on them. So, but anyway, that's how you do your audio editing for an external, or audio routing and audio editing for external MIDI gear. Again, if your external MIDI instrument has more than one, or has more than two audio outputs, you can use all of them. All that you have available, but I only have two, left and right. So I separated by note pitch, and that brings up, so that gives me kick here, snare here, hi-hat here, or probably side stick hi-hat, but there's no way to split the audio into different channels. It's still all being summed up into that one aux channel. So anyway, but you can do pretty good with audio editing this. With MIDI editing, just by separating by note pitch. Okay, more to come shortly.